It's finally tomato and pepper planting day. Hi everybody, welcome to Mountain Ridge Homestead. My name is Colleen. Well, it's about 2 weeks past our frost date and it's finally time we get to plant our peppers and tomatoes. Last night was the first night that we've had temperatures above 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius overnight. And the next at least 2 week forecast is beautiful overnight. We have hot temperatures during the day. Today's going up to 29 Celsius, which is about 82, 83 Fahrenheit, I think. Anyway, it's windy today, which is great for me working outside. I get a nice breeze, but the plants won't love it so much, but I'm gonna take it. It's gorgeous out. They've been suffering staying in their pots. I have some in bigger pots, but most of them are still in their little pots. They need to get into the ground, and so do the peppers. So I'm going to take you along. You'll get to see how I plant them. We've got most of the trellising set up, but even if it's not finished, I don't care at this point. That can go in after. I'm just excited to get them in the ground, and I'll take you along as we do that, and I might give you a little bit of a tour of what other things that have been going well and what's not going so well. So come along. The reason the tomatoes and peppers are getting planted so late, because I forgot to mention that at the beginning, is because our temperatures have been so low. Not too bad during the day, but at night they've literally been down to like 4 Celsius, which is like 40 in the 30s and 40s. So I have my cold weather crops in, which is fine, but we've been schlepping in all these tomatoes and peppers every night, and I'm glad I waited because it stunts their growth, and or I know we had frost one night, so just a long 2 weeks when you're waiting to get your plants out. So I've done eggshells, the trifecta, try that again. It's hay cutting season around here, so it's quite noisy. I'm doing eggshells in each hole. Trifecta I'm trying for the first time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave one plant of each kind without trifecta just to see what type of difference it makes, if at all. And then I'm putting liquid fertilizer, fish emulsion in each one. So for each variety of tomato I'm doing, I'm going to leave one plant that's not getting the trifecta, but I'll still do what I normally do, which is fish emulsion a couple of times for sure. And then I have another organic, just all-purpose vegetable fertilizer that I put once they start flowering and the fruits start coming. So I thought that would be a fun experiment to do. 4 down, a whole bunch more to go. So the tomatoes didn't get done that day. I ran out of steam, and now it's the next day, and I haven't been feeling so well lately. So my husband jumped right in and finished off the tomatoes for me. He's usually the one that does all the pre-gardening stuff, like all the heavy work, preparing the beds and getting all the big work done, and I do all the planting. Well, because I haven't been feeling well, he jumped right in and finished off all the tomatoes and did 2 big long rows of peppers for me. I kind of just sat there and talked with him in moral support and was so grateful for all his hard work, his back-breaking work. He works so hard. I was just so grateful. It was kind of fun too, just sitting there, and we were talking and being blown to pieces with the wind. As you'll see coming up, the next clip you'll see, I just wanted to show you how noisy and how windy it was. It was absolutely incredible. Show you a few beds. This is my carrot bed, and the next one will be my spinach bed. I ordered from 2 new seed companies Canada this year, and I had horrible germination. I've had to reseed both of them, and it's hard enough doing it the first time, let alone the second time. So that's the carrot bed, and that's part of the old seeds coming up and some of the new, so I'm going to have to thin it out. But here's the spinach bed, and hardly anything at all came up, so I'm going back to my tried and true seed companies that I've gone for. I tried to support small local seed companies this year, and I'm regretting it. It's so sad. So much time and energy and money went into it, and haven't yet reseeded the spinach, but I gotta get to it. There's little kale I planted. They're starting to come up. And my herbs are doing really well. I've never overwintered thyme and lemon thyme, so I was really happy with that. And I actually had a volunteer parsley that came. And here's lemon balm that overwintered. It got a bit of frost damage a couple of weeks ago, but other than that, it's absolutely gorgeous. Now my brassicas are doing really well, but they had a rough start because some little creature kept coming and digging up the dirt. It wasn't eating the plants, but it was digging up the dirt and would just toss the plant aside. So we had to put a netting over it just now. And they're doing okay, but thank goodness I grow extra plants, because I did have to replace I think we ended up doing 8 or 10 plants, but they're doing much better now. And here's some lettuce, and on the left side of that bucket, one of my chickens got in, so the seeds aren't growing there. There's some cabbages, and these cabbages are doing amazing. And then my little tower of lettuce. A couple of them didn't germinate, but the rest of them did really well. I think those are Chinese cabbages. And here's my potato bed that, geez, it just seems like a couple of days ago I planted it, and already I'm getting little tiny potato heads. So here it is, the end of the day. He's just finishing up with the peppers. And it looks so nice when it's all cleaned off. I'm so happy, so grateful. And now they can grow. So thank you so much for joining me. And as always, until we're together again, take care.